Hello, good evening. Welcome to our oral story evening. Okay, I will be telling you some of my scary stories, things that happened to me, and I hope you enjoy. So, at the end of this video, I will tell you 4 of my horror, scary experiences, and you can comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so when I just came to Canada, I was taking vitamin supplements, so I would take like Centrum. They were huge pills, so I would pop one and drink my water, and I did that for my health, my nutrition, because you have to keep healthy. You don't want to be running to the doctor every second. So I was taking my vitamin supplements. So Centrum tablets are pretty big. So this day I took my pill, and for some reason it didn't go down the right hole. So it got stuck in my throat and I was choking on this pill. So I was in the living room, in my bedroom, and my husband was in the kitchen. So I walked to him and I gestured to him that I'm choking, because at this point I couldn't speak. So I'm gesturing that I need you to beat my chest. I need the Heimlich maneuver. So he didn't have any CPR experience, but I remember lying on the kitchen floor and he's on top of me and he's pumping my chest. And at one point I was standing and he's doing the Heimlich, but it wasn't working. But eventually he managed to let the tablet fly out of my windpipe. Apparently it was stuck in my throat. So, and that was like, I was lying there thinking I'm gonna die right here because I'm taking a damn pill. So that's one story that I always remember. When I'm taking a pill now, I make sure I get a full glass of water. I make sure it's going down the right hole, because I really don't want to experience that anymore. Okay. The next story is about how I almost drowned at Reach Falls. So we had a family outing and we went to Reach Falls. So Reach Falls has a falls. It has like a deep pool area where the fall connects to the river, and then it flows down. So this day we went to the river, the falls, and we decided to climb at the top of the falls. It was my sister and I and the rest of my family. So my sister and I went up the top of the falls, and then we decided to come back down. When we came back down, instead of walking at the side where it was shallow, we decided to walk nearer to the fall, the pool area where the fall hit the water. So we ended up walking into very deep water, which had a very strong current. So I remember being pulled under, and it was so scary. And somebody, like God sent somebody, and he pulled us both up. And I remember as soon as I reached the surface, I did a big burping sound, and I was so grateful for that gentleman that he saved both of us. and I always have that memory. I couldn't swim, and I was just sinking, and I must have taken in water. Like, it was just God sent, and it was there in the right time. So that's another scary memory. I seem to always have something scary going on. Fast forward to back in Canada. So I was doing relief work at this time, and I was working at a mental health institution. So it's a little bit of naivety and just not being familiar with that setting, because you go there to work in the pharmacy section. But this given day, on this given day, they asked me to speak to one of the, I guess you can call him a resident, one of the person who was in the mental institution, about his medication. He wanted to go over the medication, like what is for side effects and all that. So I know it was a prison, but it never dawned on me that all these security things were there for a reason. So anyway, they asked at the request, and I went to the nursing station. They had these big metal doors, lots of security, and I went in there, and I was they opened the door, and I went into the section. So it was me and this gentleman who was a prisoner there, and I'm locked in there with this man. There is supposed to be like a security button that you can press if there's any issues, but I was like Daniel in the lion's den. And after the whole incident, I did the thing, I spoke to the gentleman, and I came out. And then it dawned on me, like, what did you just do? You're a damn idiot. Because this is a secure institution with people who have murdered people, who have done things and claim that they're mentally ill. So you just put yourself at risk. Anything could have happened, and you just didn't think that one through. Anyway, thank God I am here today to tell my stories. So, last but not least is the time when I almost got chopped to death by this crazy man. So I was living in Jamaica at this time, and I was in the backyard doing some yard work. So I had a rake, and I was sweeping a lot of leaves in the backyard. So our backyard is close to the community clinic. So it's a public area, and this man came up to me. He had a machete in his hand, and he came up to me and he said something like, I need to leave the house by this evening, or I'm gonna have issues with him. Like, my mind is racing. I don't want to turn my back on him because I don't know if he's going to use the machete to chop me. So I'm looking at him, I'm listening to him, I'm not arguing with him. He's saying all of these things, and I'm just there standing frozen, trying to praying and hoping that this will just go over easily and no issues. So he said all of what he had to say, and then he left. And I don't know how I didn't pee my pants, but I got the chance to go inside and call the police and tell them about the incident. And I think after that they must have, because he was living in an abandoned building close by, so they must have took him away because I didn't notice him there anymore. But it was petrifying. It was like you see yourself, you see the end of your life, and it's like you can't do anything about it. Your life is in the hands of some lunatic, and he has a weapon, and you can't, you just don't know what to do, and it's just scary. So those are some of my horror stories, and I hope you guys subscribe, like, comment, and have a scary Halloween night. Bye.